Shocking. Greed. How far greed can take you. A man said to me in Germany, I have been smuggling drink and cigarettes out of the army camp, the U.S. Army camps. And I have been cheating the customs. Well, of course, he knew what his duty was to go and put it right. So he went to the German customs. I tell you, folks, you may get into the hands of police anywhere, but don't ever get into the hands of the German police. Oh dear. They can be so grim and so terrible. I have certain memories of this, but I won't go into those things. However, not personally, I was never in the hands of the police, but the fear the German people have for their police is something which is dreadful. Anyway, this man went to the customs, returned the money, or he said, here I am to make a confession. And the customs people said, in 30 years we have had nobody coming across to us to make a confession. A judge's wife told me in Germany. Well, I have brought in certain things when I traveled abroad, which I did not tell the customs about. I needed to put things right. One of the wealthiest women of the famous piano and organ manufacturers of that family, who was at my meetings, Hohner organs. She said I needed to go back to the customs and put things right. So, my dear friends, greed can just devour people. And what is the desperate state in which we are caused by? What is the root of it? The root of it is a covetous spirit. I must get this hook or crook. I must get that. I wonder if anybody here has ever said, I must give of my best to Jesus. If I say and believe that He died for my sins, I must give of my very best, not the second best, to Jesus. Does it not come just normally and naturally? Yes, it does. Can it be a momentary feeling which lapses and vanishes? Never. Never. I owe so much to Him. But you know, when that covetous or greedy heart gets a hold of us, then, my dear friends, we become rather like wild animals. predators. I said to a young man at the university, one university, "Hey, are you a predator? A moral predator? Grabbing the virginity of girls and destroying the purity?" You know, when there is money in your pockets, some people think this is just the way of life. So, folks, living on borrowed money, to what a pass it has brought us. And after all, this is the wealthiest nation. And at tax time, I do not know how many tax cheats there have been. As a matter of fact, at my meetings, people say, "Hey, I cheated the government of my taxes. I will return them." I must get back to the IRS. I do not know how many tax cheats there have been on this occasion. And what does it mean? You're stealing out of the pocket of an already desperate person. Well, Uncle Sam is a pretty desperate person today. Deep in debt, national debt, which I doubt will ever be paid. How tragic, how tragic. This should never have happened to a nation where there is a Thanksgiving Day when we acknowledge the mercies of God and praise God. Now, my dear friends, if you turn to 1 Chronicles 29th chapter, you will find how King David had prepared for the building of the temple, the most fabulous building that was ever built in antiquity. And when he did so, this is what he prayed.